Sanhedrin Daf Sadi Hayat Amur Aleph on the last line. Last thing we were talking about was Rabbi Yosef and Kisma. Now we're going to talk about him himself. Bish'at Pirato Amar Lahem, when he was dying, he said to those people around him, I Mikuli, I don't need to put my coffin deep into the ground. She'en kol dekel vadekel she'bavel. Because every single palm tree in Bavel, she'en sus shel parasim neksharba, will have a horse of the Persians attached. Ve'en lecha kol aron v'aron she'b'Yisrael, and every single coffin in Eretz Israel, she'en sus madei ma'achel bat heaven, the horses of the Madim will be eating from it. Right? They're saying that Paras Madai will conquer Bavel and then go to Eretz Yisrael by Gog and Magog. And therefore, he said, I don't want to be part of the animal fodder. Marav, En Ben David HaMashiach will come until the kingdom, well, the Edom, will be overpowered, will be powerful over Israel for 9 months. He says, may Mashiach come and I don't want to see him because it's going to be so difficult then. Also Rabbi says, I want Mashiach to come, but I don't want to see him. May he come, but I want to be may I be zochet to sit in the shadow of the dung of a donkey, which means I don't mind being in a compromising position, but I don't want to be seen. I don't want to be up front and center because it's going to be very scary. My time, how come you don't want to see it? If you're saying, if you're afraid of the Hevli Mashiach, the birth pains of Mashiach, by a time it says, students ask Rabbi Lazar, how can a person be saved from the birth pains of Mashiach? Yeah, he has to be involved in the Torah and Hesed, or more Torah, and Rabbi was involved in both. So why was he scared? Amalei said, Shema Yigrum HaChet, I'm afraid that I might have a sin, I might sin and I might lose the Zechiyot. Like Rabbi said, Hashem said to Yaakov, I'll watch you. Don't worry. Yaakov was still very frightened at times. Why? Because because he's afraid that sin will cause him to lose protection. In other words, it says the same thing. The first time Hashem passes by is referring to Bnei Israel being escorted by Hashem to Eretz Israel. Until you, the people have acquired. Zubi Ashna is referring to the second time we're entering Eretz Israel. Amor Ata, you see from here. The second time Bnei Israel entered Eretz Israel, they should have been the same miracles as the first time, but they lost that because of their sins. Also, he said, I don't want to be there when Mashiach comes. He's like, are you afraid of troubles of Mashiach? But look, I'll give you an example. This man says that when a person goes up to this village, and then a tax guy comes over to him, a property surveyor approaches him. The man Kimish he's like as if he was hit by a lion. If he enters the town, and a tax collector comes to him, the man Kimish as if he meets a bear. When he comes home, and he sees kids in hunger, as if he's bitten by a snake. He says when a person has personal troubles is one thing. When a person has severe family issues, and he says like the birth pains of Mashiach will be very, very different situation, is much more painful. But who says it's going to happen by the time of Mashiach? This is a different answer. What does that mean? I saw every man. It refers to Hashem that has all the power. And it means Hashem will suffer as a woman's giving birth. It'll be painful for him. Everybody's faces turn pale. The angels and the Jewish people will turn pale from fright. When Hashem says, they're both part of my handiwork. Why would I destroy these for those? Meaning, Hashem might, if Bnei Israel is not worthy, Hashem might not want to accept and save Bnei Israel because they are technically the same handiwork as the other nations of the world. So why should Bnei Israel push them over? People say that I hate Benafal Torah. The guy has an ox that breaks its leg, and then a horse takes over the labor. He'll feel bad getting rid of the horse to take care of the ox because the ox is technically working the job. Bnei Israel is supposed to enjoy the years of Mashiach. Mashiach said Pshita, of course. Who else would enjoy Mashiach? Hilak ubilak achulahu. Will Hilak and Bilak enjoy them? That's saying, will Joe and Shmo enjoy them? It's just the name of the thing. However, other opinions say that Hilak and Bilak actually refers to two evil people from Sodom. So the reason why I say that is to exclude Rabbi Hillel. Because he holds that there is no much time to Mashiach because Bnei Israel already enjoyed it during Hizkiah. Marav lo berei alma ela David, the world was created for David Melech and his beautiful songs for Hashem. Ushma Moshe's for Moshe's loyalty. Rabbi Chanamar, the Mashiach was created for Mashiach, who was greater than both of them. Mashma, what's his name? Reb Shila Amrei Rishon says Mashiach's name is Shiloh Am Shemo Shneimar Ad Ki Yavo Shiloh. The Rebbe Amrei says no. Yinon Shemo. His name is Yinon Shneimar Yehi Shemo Ilav Lefnei Shemesh Yinon Shemo. The Rebbe Hanina Amar Hanina says Hanina Shemo. His name is Hanina. How convenient. Shemar Shiloh Eten Lachem Hanina. Yeshomrim Menachem Ben Hizkiah Shemo. That's what his name is. Shino Ki Raham Minim Mirahim Meshim Rashi. Amar say Hivarat Rabbi Shemo. His name is Mesorah of the house of Rabbi. Shneimar Achen Halin Nahusa Magar Ma'anachna Hashbenu Nagua Makam Elohim Umuone. Maranachman. In min Hayash who if Mashiach's living is alive, Kiganana will be something like me. Shneimar Vahya Dirong Menu Ushmolo Bekiva Yetze. Marav. In min Hayahu Kigun Rabbi Nakadosh. If he's alive, he'll be like Rabbi Nasi. In Mimetyahu, if someone already passed away, he'll be someone like Daniel Ish Hamudot, like Daniel Hanavi. Marav Jamarav, Akil Baruch Hu Amid Lahem David Acher Hashem will appoint another David Melech. Shneimar, Ba'avdu Et Hashem Elokechem David Malkam Asher Akim Lahem. Hakim Lomar, this is Hashem will raise the past David, but rather Ela Akim, I will raise a new person. Amar Bala Be'ev Aktiv David Abdi Nasi Lahem Nizlam. Pasuk says that David will always be the prince. So it sounds like David will always continue being the prince, the new one as well. The Gemara says no. Go in case of Pagisar, David will be like the prince, but the new Mashiach will be the 2.0 will be like the emperor. The Rosh Hashanah ayat tifal pasukim hoy hamet avim et yom Hashem lemazar lachem yom Hashem hu choshech v'lo or. Mashlat and go batlav is this pasuk is like a mashal between a rooster and a bat. Shem is being ordered both waiting for daylight. Mar leis and go to atlaf. The rooster tells the bat, "Ani must be like I'm waiting for the light. Shawarav lishli because I enjoy the light." But you, a bat who's blind, doesn't have eyes. What do you care for the light? That's like telling the Goyim why the saying is like, why would the Goyim wait for Mashiach? They're not supposed to enjoy it. I know that what this person, Kofer asked to be about. In Mashiach, when Mashiach come in, Marley said, with darkness covers the other people, people like you. Are you cursing me? Marley says, correct, no, Pasuk says it. Ki hina choshech yechase eretz v'arafel lo'im b'layich yizrach Hashem mechud alayich yireh. It says, Yamot Mashiach, 40 Shana, the time of Mashiach will last 40 years. Shenamar 40 Shana Yachud Bedor. Elazar ben Yazar no 70 Shana, 70 years. Shenamar B'Haya B'Mahot Meshach Tzov 70 Shana Kimeh Melech Acher. Is a Melech Milcha? Which Melech? It says just regular Melech. Who's it referring to? Avmer the Mashiach is referring to Melech HaMashiach. Rabbi Meir says no. Shloshah Dorot, 3 generations. Shenamar V'Yirucha Iman Shemesh V'Lefnei Yarech Dor Dorim. Rabbi Meir says En Lehem Mashiach Yisrael. There'll be no Mashiach Yisrael. Shekvar Lachol Bnei Hizkiah Yisrael. They already enjoyed times during Hizkiah. Yosef Sharad Lem Marad Uriel. Yosef knocks on Rabbi Hillel says, "May Hashem forgive Rabbi Hillel." He says he's wrong. Why? Hizkiah, when did Hizkiah live? Back the first Bet Hamikdash. Lose the Shnei but Zechariah and the second Mikdash made a prophecy about the Mashiach. Gilim lo bat zinari bat Yerushalayim hinech malkach yavo lechad tzivik noshahu ani v'rochiv ha'hamor al ben atanot. So Zechariah lived after Hizkiah was prophesying, but Mashiach must be there still Mashiach. And the Demar said, Yamat Mashiach been Shana 40 years. Maybe it doesn't matter about Shana, last 400 years. Mashiach, by Misraim, Maybe married be like 365 years, at the days of the solar year. Days of the year, which is referring to years like Hashem. This means Hashem knows the time of redemption, but he hasn't revealed it to the angels or anybody else. That's right. That's the ones that I revealed to my heart, but not the angels. And the first explanation was he kept it hidden. He didn't tell anybody. يموت مشيach يسال شبات الله مشنا مشيach will last 7,000 years شنو مسوس حتى أكلاه كان يسيس عليه عشان ما كايف ما زي مشموع يموت مشيach يوم شنو لما بعد الشهر مشيach will last as long as time has passed from then till now شنو مر كيمياء شنو على الأرض نحن بيسك مر كيمياء نوح هذا شاب تم شو نوح تنا شنو مر كيمياء نوح ذوك لي عشان نجبعتي ما ربي خيار برا بابا نريح نكون نبرئ من كلنا نبغى مشيach all the prophecies about Mashiach uh, were only prophesying about Mashiach, about Luma Baba, Ayin Dorata, Elohim Zotchai, Azan Machakelo. No one saw except for God, meaning that's completely separate. completely Shmuel, arguing Shmuel, Dabar Shmuel, and Ben Elazar and Mashiach, as you Machut Luvat, he holds that the only difference in Luma Baba and Mashiach is whether or not the Jews will be completely independent. All the prophecies about reward was only for Baal Tshuva. About Tzaddikim, but people who always Tzaddikim, no one has seen that reward except for God, meaning that the Tzaddikim will get that reward. Against the famous Rabbi Abba, when a person who did teshuvah stands, to the king can't stand there. A person is greeted first. Hashem greets first person who is far and then came near. What does that mean? Far from now. Person who approaches God after being far is referring to Baal Teshuvah. The mashal is that he tasted the evil, the avirot, and he still came back to God. That's why they're in a higher level. This refers to, so no, the person doesn't refer to that. That means that it's always far from Avira, refers to the king Gimuri. All the prophets only referred to reward about a person who marries his daughter to Minacham. A person also helps a Minacham open a business, or he invests the Minacham's capital for him. Or a person who gives benefits to Minacham from his money. But the people actual only God has seen that reward. My doesn't mean God, no eye has seen it. This is referring to wine that's in the grapes that were created during the 6 days of creation. Is referring to Eden. No eye has ever seen it. Maybe you might think Adam was Bagan, wasn't Adam Rishon Bagan? Eden, that's the same thing. The Pasuk specifically says that the river went from Eden to water Gan, so you see that Eden was different, and that's what Bnei Yisrael, the Tzaddikim are going to enjoy. Timberdan. Yidvar Hashem bazab et mitzvotav hafar v'hikaret v'karet. Zeh omer en Torah mishmaim, a person who has, right, so, sorry, the more en Torah mishmaim, the next part of Mishnah with the person who says there's no Torah mishmaim, he doesn't have a Olam, and we're bringing a Pasuk. Zeh omer en Torah mishmaim, this person gets cut off if he says Torah is not from Hashem. Dvar acher, ki dvar Hashem bazal, that Pikuros is referring to Tapikoros. Dvar acher, ki dvar Hashem bazal, zeh omer k'lim Torah, this person who is insolent towards the Torah. We'll explain what that means soon. Brit Kasher, person who violates the commandments, referring to does not do Brit Milah. He won't have Lomba as well. Therefore, he says, someone who desecrates property, the person disgraces the Hagim, a person does not do Brit Milah, the person is insolent regarding doing the halacha correctly, a person embarrasses his friend publicly, even though he may have already Torah and good deeds, will not have Alaba. First, someone says even if everything's from Hashem, except one pasuk. That's referring to he's despising God. Even if everything's from Hashem, one piece of letter of the nekuda. Maybe this kavachom is not from God. Or this shiva. That's still despising God, and that will take away the Lamba. Tanner says, someone who learns Torah and does not teach to others, that's referring to despising God. If not listen to the Mishnah, the Halachot, that's considered despising God. It says, whoever has the ability to learn Torah and not do it, that's despising God. You have to do the daf. This refers to someone who worships Avodah Zarah. My mashma, where do we learn Avodah Zarah from the pasuk? Tanad Bishmael, ki dvar Hashem bazar, despises God. Zeh hamivazeh dibur shnei Moshe miSinai. Anochi Hashem Elokecha lo yelecha achmei. If you're despising God, if you're ignoring the God that told Moshe Rabbeinu at Har Sinai not to have other gods.